Okay, vehicle operation. First of all, we're going to give you a key fob like this. It's got a little button on the end. Push that button, the key flips out. In the upper left-hand corner here, there is a knob that turns. And it's got a little 5-point rosette. This is for controlling the mirror adjustments on the vehicle. When the knob is at the 12 o'clock position, it has no effect on the mirrors. When it's in the 10 o'clock position, it controls the top flat glass. When it's in the 8 o'clock position, it controls the lower convex on the left. When it's in the 4 o'clock position, it controls the convex on the right. And when it's in the 2 o'clock position, it controls the flat glass on the right. The knob itself works like a joystick to change the angle of the mirror. You can push this button on the right, it'll fold the mirrors in on both sides. To deploy them, push the left side of that button. In the unlikely event that the chassis battery should go dead, you can use this button to jump what's called the coach battery to the chassis battery and start the engine from the coach battery. The seats have several adjustments. One is the back and forth adjustment. That's a bar right in the center front. There's 2 handles here on the side. This one sets the front of the seat elevation. So you pull it up and it allows the front of the seat to go up and down. The back, now that allows the back of the seat to go up and down. Then this knob here controls the angle of the back of the seat, and this knob controls the lumbar support in the seat itself. If you want to turn the seat around, you actually have to turn the emergency brake off first so that you can activate the hinge that pivots the seat all the way around without hitting the emergency brake. Once you've turned the seat all the way around, you can then turn the emergency brake back on. We have 3 stalks on the steering wheel. The upper left stalk is your turn signal. It's also your headlights and your high-low beam. You pull it towards you to go high beam, you pull it towards you again to go low beam. In the lower left stalk, that is your cruise control. And it's got a ring on it, a collar on it. You turn that collar away from you to turn cruise control on. To engage cruise control at a specific speed, lift the lever up toward the windshield, and that will set your cruising speed. To reduce your speed, push the level down, completely turn it off. Again, turn the collar and that will turn it off. The upper right stalk is your windshield wipers. So it allows you to set different speeds for your wipers, and it also allows you to wash your wipers by pulling back. And it also allows you to access the trip computer by pushing the button on the end, and that allows you to scroll through the trip A and trip B settings, as well as getting an estimate of your current range. Right now with a full tank, we have about a 378 mile range. Continuing on the steering wheel, we have a mute button, we have volume up, volume down, and we have push to talk. Over here we have answer phone call, hang up phone call, and we have function up and function down, and depending upon what feature you have selected on the head unit over here, that will change operation. So the steering wheel doesn't tilt, but it does have a telescope, and there's a handle way down here, and you pull that handle loose and the steering wheel can go down and up like this. Just pick an elevation that suits you well and latch it back. Continuing to move across, down here we have a place to plug in your Android or iPhone. And this head unit has both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay so that you can project your screen onto this. Over here we have the gear shift, and it has simply 4 settings: park, reverse, neutral, park, reverse, neutral. In the event that you want to manually control the transmission, once it's in drive, you can pull the lever to the left. That will put the transmission in manual shift mode, and you can go up or down in that mode to lower or raise your gears. Lastly, there's a button here called tow haul. When you're going over mountain passes, make sure that the tow haul button is turned on. This will cause the transmission to shift earlier when you're going uphill, and will also cause the transmission to downshift sooner when you're going downhill to use the engine for braking. When you're driving an RV, This is close to a 12,000 pound vehicle. You can't ride the brakes to keep your speed. You need to let the engine control the speed of the vehicle. And the way you do that is by slowing in bursts with the brakes, letting the vehicle speed drop, the transmission drop, and then letting the transmission hold that speed in the vehicle. Depending upon how steep the hill is, that may require running the vehicle at lower and lower speeds, sometimes well below the speed limit, to maintain a safe downhill speed while not riding the brakes. If you ride the brakes, they will overheat. You'll get an alert on the dashboard. You need to get over as soon as it's safe and let the brakes cool down. In the event that that occurs, find a safe place to pull off, turn the engine off, let the brakes cool. When you turn the engine on, if the condition is cleared, the alert on the dashboard will go away and you're safe to continue. If the alert does not go away, you need to continue to wait. You may want to give us a call at Everson RV to talk about the situation. Down here we have fog lights, the ability to disable the electronic skid control. We have our hazards, and we have a lock button for all doors in the RV. And when you hit this and it's turning everything on, this will start flashing red, which means that the security system is on. Don't open a door in that case if you're inside. Make sure you hit this to turn it off again before opening a door. Okay, going up here. The head unit is got several features on it. And one of the more important ones for an RV is our tire pressure. And so you press this little button here to get a menu, and you scroll this to car features. And then you get this menu. You select the car with the eye on the tire. You see the vehicle with the 4 tire pressures. This should be somewhere around 70. The rear should be somewhere around 80. Another feature we have here is the camera view. This gives you a full-time rear view camera, so you can go down the road with this active to let you see what's going on behind you, because you don't have a clear view with your rear view mirror. If you have an iPhone or an Android, you can plug it in and store it right here. You will get, in this case, Apple CarPlay. If an Android case, you'll see Android Auto come up. And then you can switch between the camera view and the Android Auto or CarPlay view.